Here we are in West Palm Beach, Florida. This neighborhood is Northwood. I think that there's too much focus on yard work here in West Palm Beach.
Well, I think the lawn and the landscaping looks pretty good. Does look like they maintain it. There's a lot of plants. The lawn looks like it's been mowed. Trees have been hedged here. The leaves have been really working to try to get this looking nice. They're maintaining the trees.
It's not like every single house you go by and look at, it's not like they all look perfect.
And it does look like it's more than just a simple maintain, especially if they don't do it once a week. I would say Sunday or Saturday job. You can see the kind of work they do.
A lot of people I know, they just have this idea that they have to get outside like every single weekend and just labor and toil in the yard until they break their backs, literally, like to upkeep their yard and their lawn, and then once they do that and they cut everything, they do the maintenance, right? And then they do extra work to make it like look good.
Yeah.
After they do all that, they go out and they get more plants.
They're going to be doing a lot of work, especially if there's a weather permit or something like that. They could end up doing, a couple hours of work a day.
Yeah.
I don't know what their backyard looks like, but this does look like it can be.
It's not like there's a competition going on to see who has the prettiest house.
Now you can see that by just this little trash and maintenance, you can see how much work they've done this weekend just to maintain it. Where do they get this mindset where they just have to work every single weekend and develop a great, wonderful backyard to make it look like it's a fantasy world for them?
I think it comes from growing up in like the 50s or 60s, or I don't know when exactly, but some era back then where there wasn't a whole lot of conveniences or distractions, things to do. It's pretty much just working on the land. A lot of people that were probably raised in the South, they had a lot of focus on their agriculture, like the trees, the crops, So I think that's where the mindset comes from, that maybe their parents made them feel like the most important thing they have is the place where they live and the surrounding area. And that's like some kind of responsibility that they inherit.
Now if this was my place, I wouldn't be breaking my neck. I'd be figuring out a way to either pay someone to do it, or I'd just let it either go to hell or just let it roll over. Because my opinion is either pay someone to do it or not do it at all.
And it's like they're just making more work for themselves. And I don't know what they're trying to prove, or what this obsession is that they're trying to have like some ultimate luxury in their backyard or their front yard.
Now they may not include the backyard, but that's a lot of rubbish, not just for a quick maintain.
But it just doesn't make any sense to me why they put that much effort into just a yard.
Right. I have better things to do.
Because there's no reward for it. I mean, and I don't get like how you can wake up first thing in the morning and the only thing on your mind is getting outside and raking up leaves. Or the first thing you think when you come home is, I can't wait to dig holes in the yard, dig holes in the ground.
Yeah, they probably spent, I'm guessing, between, I'd say 2 to maybe 4 hours a day on a Saturday or Sunday maintaining this place, making it look like this.
It's just not worth it. All the time that they spend doing this constantly, it's not worth the effort. Like back then, maybe if you didn't take care of your grass or your soil, then the trees wouldn't grow fruit and they wouldn't be able to sell the fruit or something like that. I think their parents felt that they had to keep up their land because they probably owned it, They probably owned the land and they wanted it to look nice and healthy. So I think that's where the idea came from. They inherit this responsibility. Like if they don't take care of the grass or the trees, then they're basically failing and they're a bad person because of it. And I don't understand that, but I think that's where they get the idea. So go ahead, James, tell us what you think about this.
Pay someone to do it or not do it at all.